Hey there Internet, Keav here, and welcome to the Cars of Keav YouTube channel. And in this video, we're doing something I never thought I'd do, and that's review another Armor All product. Now this looks very familiar to the one that I've reviewed before, and it was a very popular video, mostly because I hated on it a good bit. A lot of people agreed with me, but there were a lot of people that didn't. They called me an idiot in the comments. Why am I reviewing another Armor All? Well, this is the 2-in-1, which means we have a little trigger gun right here. It connects to the back of the unit just like that, and if we turn it around, you see there's a little dial right here that lets you switch from pressure washer to garden hose. So we can hook this up to a garden hose and supposedly foam with it. You can connect it to your pressure washer and then use that as well. That's the only reason I'm doing this. This is an innovation. Is it a gimmick? Does it work? We're gonna find out. So on that note, check out the links below to my sponsors, Amazon, my Assess Garage link. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and let's get right into the video. Sun's already out early, we gotta get moving. So when it comes to reviewing this unit, I'm going to treat it just like all the others for a pressure washer foam cannon. The gun and the garden sprayer will be an added bonus if the innovation works. It's pretty much the same as the other one. The manifold has changed some, obviously, with this dial. The top right here has changed. It's no longer one of those harder ones. It's got positions here for your fingers so you can move them without having to, you know, rib into your wrist. It's pretty good little change there. Nobody's really done that before. You have your flip from pressure washer to foam cannon. There's no adjustability in this nozzle at all. You are stuck with whatever vertical fan that you get. Now it's going to carry overall the same ratings for a bottle and this and that, except for weight. It actually weighs 1 ounce less than the previous model. I'm guessing it's because of this more very plasticky, very cheapy feeling end right here. The cap's the same. The bottle's the same, still that great 1,350 milliliter capacity. Biggest bottle out there, has great markings as well. All that stuff was really good about this unit in the past. I'm not a huge fan of how it's built because you can't really put your hand around it. It's so massive. And when you're trying to put it on a shelf or a wash cart, it takes up so much room. It still ships with a 1.25. right here, and people have asked about these and I've said it in the videos. I'll put a link in the description below. It's just their carb cleaning, welder cleaning little files. We'll run it with the active first, see how it foams, then we will switch this to a 1.1 and we'll run it on the Greenworks to see how it works. I'll have my hose set to the side as well, and we'll do that after everything just to see. Like I said, that's an added bonus. We're gonna treat this as foam cannon first, then we will run it as a garden hose sprayer. So we have our 10-to-1 dilution ratio of G-Technic W4 citrus foam. I have the selector up at pressure washer. Like I said, I can't adjust it, so we're just going max full suds. Well, that was disappointing. Let me take you in for a closer look. Yeah, that's just horrible, and you can see the selector is on pressure washer. Well, like I said, results pretty bad. That's worse foam than the original unit. I'm not gonna, go ahead and say it's the worst foam cannon in history yet. So let's go ahead and change this over to a 1.1, run it on the Greenworks, see how it runs. Okay, so my opinion on this is quickly changing for the worst. It's early morning, so I'm a little more optimistic than I would be if I was filming at night after a long day. But you can't change the orifice because the orifice is built into this little ball valve. So the ball valve that runs in there has 2 holes in it, and when you flip it back and forth, you get 2 different sizes. So we're stuck with whatever we have. So this is running with the Greenworks. This should be worse because this is less water flow. Let's see what happens. yeah, that's much worse. If you're running a 1.1 or 1.2 GPM pressure washer, you're going to be really disappointed with the pressure washer foam that this does. All right, here we go. Could this be the saving grace? Could this be the great dual threat? Let's try it with the garden hose. One setting has this really plasticky trigger, like really cheapy feeling. The quick disconnect feels actually pretty good. I don't know how it's done. I would love to like take this quick disconnect and put it on something else. That's so bad. Well, we know we can't shoot through the pressure washer one. That's the foamer. But we're not done yet. We're not done yet. We are going to keep putting soap in here until we get a dilution ratio that's actually going to put out foam and see what it does. And then we will grace you with the presence of the MJJC so you can at least see some good foam from a proper foam cannon. We had about 300-ish, 330 milliliters of solution left in here at 10-to-1 dilution ratio. Now we are adding 90 milliliters. I don't even know what that is. We'll figure out a good dilution ratio in the end. I'm just trying to get some foam. It's gonna make my day horrible if I don't get any. Okay, that's better. 90 more milliliters added. I'd say we're at like half dilution, half soap to half water now. Slightly better, but not good enough. So we went all out. We added 120 more milliliters. That puts us at 300 milliliters of soap after the 10-to-1 dilution ratio. I don't even know what that is, but that's going to cost you a lot per wash. All right. Yep. All right, that's the most soap I'm going to use. We're going to switch to the active before then we have to rinse. Let's rinse with this little garden hose thing and see how well it does. Not bad. A lot more work than say a really good like flow. It's like in between a jet and a fan, but this trigger handle here is really spring loaded and it will fatigue your hand pretty quick holding it down. All right, here goes nothing. We are carrying the residual amount of soap that we carried over from spraying it as a garden sprayer. I have no idea what dilution ratio we are. I'm pretty sure we are at more soap than water in here, and this is DI water as well, and DI water coming through here. So this should be optimal foam. Well, that is significantly better, but it's not really foamy. It's soapy. It's sudsy. I would expect that out of my Gilmore water hose foamer. It's just not worth it. You know how much soap I had to use to get that? Okay, so when I'm on the pressure washer setting like this, you can see it's foamy. Look at the bubbles. That's going to drive you crazy if you have your garage open and another car in the garage, and those bubbles are going to fly in and then leave soap deposits on your other cars or anything that you have around your windows on the side of the house. Just like a really bad misty foam cannon. Like I said, this would be perfect for your kids if you want to wash with your kids and then give them some soap bubbles in the air to play with. It likes to leak a lot though as well. You know what, let's just add a little more soap, see what happens. So we are definitely at basically all soap, slightly a little bit of water. Okay, there we go. It only took having to use straight soap for this to work. Now obviously if you're using Armor All products, I mean they cost nothing. And look at it, I mean it doesn't even want to swish around. It's pure concentrated soap. So like I said, it is thicker, but it's a very sudsy foam. It doesn't have a lot of pull power. You know, it does run off the surface. It can penetrate dirt, but thicker foam tends to sheet off in a much heavier, you know, frothy lather that pulls a lot of that loose dirt off. We are using an MJJC Pro with basically full soap dilution. I've never done this before, so here we go. Wow. that's thick. And see what I'm talking about? Sheeting in large sections, pulling that loose dirt off because of the weight of that foam. Still leaving enough behind to come back through and still get and penetrate into the dirt as well. Gotta get that thumbnail. Okay, so final thoughts. I really think this is a useful innovation compared to, say, maybe the Wizards with that different patterns. This, with having 2 different types of spray, is a pretty dang good idea. I don't know how much R&D went into this when they were looking at how much foam it could produce, rather than this was just designed, hey, this looks cool, let's get it put together, let's get a manufacturer to make it, oh, this looks great, let's hook it up, oh, it works, and then throw it out there. Now, they're not trying to focus on our niche, and we know that. This is for the masses. This is on the shelf retail. Hey, look at that. I could use this with my pressure washer and my garden hose. Get it home and think it's cool because you really never used a foam cannon before. But because of that, I gave it pretty good scores in innovation, and what that allowed it to do is not be last place. So it is not last place. It is second to last place behind the other arm roll foam cannon, which I actually think for a pressure washer is probably better. And that's why I got a key score of 62.2. Now let's go over the major sections here. So foam 5.0, not great. 7.2 in the bottle, same exact score as the other one because the ball is the exact same. Got 6.9 in function, which is slightly higher than the other one because of, the dual threat here. Cost at 6.7 because it was about 43 bucks. Got 6.3 in quality, a little bit less than the previous version because of this plasticky nozzle right here. Innovation 6.1. A good bit higher than the previous one because, this is a pretty decent innovation. So in a little bit, the nerdy numbers behind all of these categories. So don't forget to check out the Amazon links below, my Obsessed Garage links, my sponsor links as well. It helps the channel out. But if you can't do any of that, just hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next video.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit.
Only using the active. Before, when I did that to your pressure washer, and let's start hitting the foam. Pressure washer on would be a good idea. My mother-in-law. Oh, new neighbor over there has got a Beamer. I have to go talk to him. Pressure washer gun fell off of this over here. I would expect that out of my Gilmore water. I would expect that out of my Gilmore water hose. Got a 6.3 in quality. Got a 6.3 in quality. Now that gives it a score of 62 point. Oh my gosh, I'm freaking sweating like crazy. Now that gives it a score of 62 point. Like I said earlier, that gives this. Like I said earlier.